Hey, Wellness Crew, and welcome to Meditation with Jenna. I am so honored that you're here to join me on this practice, and I'm very excited to have you with me. So, we're going to begin just by noticing our breath, the way that we breathe normally, the way that we breathe on the daily, right? On a day to day basis. Bringing awareness to it, but not judging it. Um, noticing if you have, more shallow breathing, noticing things like that, but withholding judgment from that. I think I've neglected to really mention that in the past, so I definitely wanted to, from here on out, mention that going forward. Is that whenever we're, noticing, paying attention, bringing awareness, it's simply noticing. It's simply that. It's not that and judgment, or critiquing yourself because you don't think that you have deep enough breaths. So don't worry about it. Like, no one is perfect when it comes to their breathing. And it usually is best to let go of things like what perfection is. Um, I understand precision, absolutely, but an endless pursuit of perfection will lead to a lot of burnout. Now bringing awareness to our bodies, to any sensations we may be feeling. I'll show you something kind of gnarly. Yeah. I tapped something and that's what it turned into. So, but that's life, an autoimmune issue. So, but yeah. So I'm like, oh, sensations in my body. Oh, yeah, I have an area. Beginning to slow our breath down, but slowly. Gradually is probably the ideal word. And as your breaths get deeper, focus on breathing into any areas where you may feel discomfort. But also don't forget to pay attention to areas that are feeling good and being grateful for that experience as well. If we're always focusing on just the negative parts, even though it's, a solution's being provided, it's just not a good headspace to always be in, right? We want to try to be more in an elevated state. And gratefulness is one way to elevate immensely. Okay. I know my makeup's messed up. Don't judge me. Just kidding. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take our left pointer finger. We're gonna close our left nostril, but before we do, what we're gonna do is we're gonna breathe in through our right nostril for 6 counts. Then we're going to release. We're gonna bring our right pointer finger close our right nostril, and exhale out through our left nostril for 10 counts. Okay? Come back into your deep breathing. So today's meditation is about releasing perfection, releasing the hold that perfection can sometimes have on you, and the ways that we often have this arise because of things like social media, um, our own standards and things that we feel or that we need to do, or things that were um, maybe projected onto us from family members or people that were important in our lives. So oftentimes, maybe we're not picking up on it, but the subconscious picks up on everything. So consciously, maybe no, but subconsciously, yes. And people will have certain areas of their lives or big areas of their lives where they feel like they have to be perfect at all times. And that's incredibly toxic and an incredibly difficult thing to always be pursuing, because there is no such thing as like one perfection. There might be one caveat to that, but outside of that person, there's there is no perfect, right? Everyone makes mistakes, everybody falls and stuff. And so seeing the beauty in the imperfection, but also in our own imperfections, and being accepting and loving of them, or the one that you have. Allowing your eyes to close. When I set goals, they are intended to make me happy. If I have goals that do not make me happy, then I am no longer going to pursue them. I don't have to be perfect to be happy. Perfectionism is hard to maintain and is unsustainable, so therefore it is unhealthy. I prefer to have healthy standards for myself. When I imagine letting go of perfection, I finally feel like I can relax. There is a need for order and there is a need for precision, but there is not a need for everything in my life to be perfect. There is not a need for me to look perfect at all times. There is not a need for me to have unrealistic standards that are unattainable without wasting a bunch of time or using a lot of resources that could be allocated to something that would truly make me happy for the long term and not the short term. I am enough because I control my thoughts. My thoughts become my beliefs. My beliefs become my reality. And that becomes my perception, my lens, the way that I see things. So I can make things as I want them to be in between my ears. Bringing our awareness to our breath. And bringing our awareness to our posture. Being aware of our thoughts, being aware of our feelings, being aware of our emotions, but not judging them and not criticizing ourselves for having those thoughts and feelings. They are temporary and they are not for forever. For this meditation, I'm sensing an orange energy, And I think it's because it's one of those fruits that is messy, right? And it takes skill to do like the perfect peel of like getting it all in one, swirl of peeling off the skin of an orange. So I think it's my subconscious talking today. The juxtaposition of that is so funny. And this orange energy is a little more than cool. It's not cold, cold, but it's pretty cool. Um, so when you're seeing this energy and imagining this energy and experiencing this energy, I want you to try to experience literally the temperature dropping as we go throughout the body. So we begin to notice an orange orb of high frequency, high vibrational energy in front of us. We begin to see it spin around us. And we begin to see it slow down and unravel itself into wavelengths. We first feel this orange, very cool energy entering the top or the crown of our head. The right side of your head, the left side of your head, the back of your head, your forehead, I literally felt a brain freeze. That was crazy. Your temples, your ears, your eyelids, underneath your eyes, your cheekbones, your cheeks, your jawline, your throat, the left side of your neck, the right side of your neck, the back of your neck, your shoulders, your collarbone, your upper back, your chest, the middle of your back, excuse the noise, I apologize. The microphone's picking it up, I'm sorry. You feel this high frequency, high vibrational, cool orange energy in your underarms, on your rib cage, on your lower back, on the sides of your stomach, first your left, then your right, the front of your stomach, feeling that nice, cool, very cool orange energy all over. Now imagine those wavelengths of orange energy penetrating your delts, your triceps, your biceps, the inside of your elbows, your elbows, the inside of your forearms, the outside of your forearms, the back of your hands, in between your fingers, the palms of your hands, and each and every finger that you possess. Now imagine this energy in your pelvic area, on your bottom, the back of your thighs, the outside of your thighs, the inside of your thighs, the tops of your thighs, underneath your knees, the tops of your knees, your shins, the back of your lower legs, and you feel this nice, cool, orange energy, these wavelengths, this high frequency, high vibrational energy coming around your ankles, coming onto your heels, onto your arches of your feet, onto the balls of your feet, in between your toes, the tops of your feet, and each and every toe that you possess. Now feeling these very cool orange wavelengths of energy that are high vibrational and high frequency. Feeling that energy expanding from us about 2 feet, all the way around us, encircling us, including underneath us and including above us. Now imagine this energy filling the space, area, or room that you are currently in. Visualizing this happening, this expansion of energy, the filling of the area, the filling of the volume of the space that you're in. Forgiving ourselves for when we're too harsh on ourselves and on others. And understanding that what this orange energy represents is the need, or lack of it really, the lack of needing to be perfect, of feeling as though that is not a high that we have to chase. It can be a toxic pursuit, is why. Not for everybody, but for quite a few people, it can be. And the letdown of thinking you've experienced this perfection when in fact you've probably experienced these incredibly amazing things. You just don't have that lens yet, right? It's when you hold on to perfection, it's not allowing you to enjoy the other things, understanding that ordinary things can be actually incredibly special and can be joyous and things to be grateful for. And as I said earlier, not saying that perfection, I mean, not saying that, precision, accuracy, um, you know, that those things aren't important. They are for many things. But perfection tends to just be this idea that we have in our head, and it's usually different for everyone. And when you release that, you can really feel your freedom. You can really feel like, okay, you know, there's no harm in trying, there's no harm in being the best version of yourself. But the endless pursuit of perfectionism is toxic. And I've experienced it, I've seen others experience it. And so, knowing all of this, having this knowledge, having this experience, it's something that I knew I wanted to touch on, and I knew it was so important. And I love that the energy was orange, because it's exactly that. You can peel an orange in that perfect slice, but still on the inside, it's going to be messy. It's going to be messy to eat. It's going to be wet and juicy. It's not going to be cut and dry, and So, continuing to breathe deeply. Carrying this energy with you the rest of the day, being more gentle on yourself. That's not permission for laziness. It's just, permission to be more gentle on yourself. The way that you speak to yourself, it 8 to 9 times out of 10 is usually so much harsher than it needs to be. And bringing your awareness back to your body. I would absolutely love comments from anyone who experienced that cooling sensation as we worked through our bodies with that energy. I I would love that. So I'm gonna put that out there into the universe. That would be cool. Opening our eyes. And letting go of our deep breathing nice and slowly, gradually, and getting to a place that is our current authentic breath. Because it doesn't mean that it's not something you can work on, or, something that can be improved upon. It's just what it is in this moment for right now. And, everything can fluctuate and change. That's what life is. It's change. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. So I hope that you got to experience that cooling sensation. Please comment, let me know. I appreciate you so much for joining me on today's meditation. I apologize for any noise, any background noise, because I am not going to really check it. So, sorry. Letting go of perfection. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and or follow. And I'll see you on the next video. Be well, stay wild.